Good evening, good morning, good lunchtime, good afternoon, whenever it is that you're listening to our Wednesday live show, round 17 for our episode 16. Hopefully we can get a few people in and enjoy a good SuperCoach chat. Jimmy, how are you, brother? It's been a long time no talking.
I know, it's been about 2 weeks, and I'm kind of glad you weren't there last week, because you would have rubbed it in a lot, wouldn't you?
I would have rubbed it in a lot last week, and I'm going to rub it in again this week in about 5 minutes' time when we talk about round 16, brother.
Yeah. Oh, round 17's coming up, but round 16 wasn't a bad week for myself. I ended up trading KPP to Suka to allow Fayamani to Jenkins, which I was quite happy with in the end. It's just upgrading. I scored 1295, and I went up 1,000 spots to 15,000, to 216, which Captain Sewer saved me. I'd like to say, I think he saved a lot of people.
I did put that in our captain's post about Sewer being a great option, and he certainly was on my team for my round 16, mate. I got a 1408. I actually thought I was going to win the league for the round. I was like, yeah, shit, yeah, I'm gonna get up and about on this league, and then I'm bloody. There was 5 scores higher than I was, and I had to have a laugh at it. I got 1,408. Gives me a season rank of 25,575. I rose 6,000 spots.
That's good. Good jump for you.
It is a good one, but I really thought with that score that I would have rose a little bit higher than 6K. But it is what it is.
You just got to take him, don't you, Trav?
Yeah, just got to take it. How's Jesse, the flog, getting on in the chat like he is? He's just good, isn't he? Good. He is. Hey boys, in for a cracker pod. Can't wait to watch this peanut. Seriously. Yeah. So what did I do? I did a KPP to Suka, which was literally just a money grab. Yep. But I also think Suka's locked away that edge spot until at least Fainu comes back, which is going to be another 5-6 weeks. So I got him, and then I did a big ball call, which was Walsh. I was always going to trade Walsh. It was just who I was going to go to, and it was going to be Edwards. And then in the end, I went, I want another number for 18, and I definitely need a number for 19. So I went Walsh to Hines instead, and I'll ride the bye this week, and thought he'd do... I thought he'd do better than 61, but look, 61's not a terrible score, so I won't say no to that.
It's not terrible, and they got smashed, so you take that, I guess. And you got Hines for the rest of the year now.
And now I've got him for the rest of the year, yeah. And I captained Sewer, so that massive 139. God, it was good watching that. When he got that try at the end of the game, being that I do, obviously, the Purple Rain podcast as well for the Melbourne Storm, and... when he got that last try, I was off the couch and I was bouncing around the lounge room and all of that sort of stuff. So yeah, it was absolute fire. I was very.
I think that jumped his average up by about 4 points, like that score too. So he's averaging 85.4, which is just huge for Sewer. I can't believe that, and he's goal kicking.
Yeah. Yeah,
we take that.
Yeah, well, he did get the arse too.
He did.
And then he got it back because Harry was so bad. Yeah. Anyways, I did that. Jesse, do you want to tell us how you went? Oh, wait, you haven't made the show yet. You're peanuts. So come on in, Jesse, and tell us all about how you went. We all want to know, but look, he didn't do well. Let's put
just drop that in there. Yeah,
Let's put it that way, and we'll wait till Jesse gets onto the show. I think he's what's he doing right now?
Cooking dinner for his little ones, I believe.
Cooking dinner for his little ones. Good excuse.
Good dad.
let's give a shout out to our league. So, Cheeky Devils in Sarah is continuing to hold the lead, although she got a 12-11 on the weekend, pushes her from 46 back to 96. She got a 50 rank drop, but she's still in the top 100. She's got 21,671 for anyone following along, and the round 16 score was a huge 1478 by Greg's Bird, which is owned by Jacob. He's now got 20,771 points, and he's pushed himself with a 6,200 rank up to 8.8k.
I'll drop it in now. Trav got a top 5 this week out of our whole league, 174 teams. So that's a massive congrats to you, Trav. Well done there, bud.
Oh, thanks. I did do really well. It was literally the sewer captain. It was really the sewer captain. I actually, my team did really well, but I got some.
Your reserves or
the reserves wrong. Yeah. So Pasco plays 20 odd minutes, gets a 31. That stuffed me. I was pretty happy. I played 2. He got his 83. I played Purdue for his 60. But I missed, what did I do? I missed Suka, I missed Agana, both 66, 61. So, I missed those bigger reserves, which cost me about 35 points in the end. But to be fair, I was always going to play Pascal. I wasn't going to play those guys anyway. Yeah. So I'm not worried about it.
Yep, I agree.
And then, I did that, didn't I? I did, Jacob, who's got Greg's Bird, who's got 1478 with a monster score. That's it.
TLT.
We're going to get into TLT.
Love it. Can't wait.
All right, so I'm just going to pull this up now. I'm a bit thrown out because Jesse, it was supposed to be on here, and then he gets in the chats and he's thrown me all out. Now I've got to go back and have a look at all our World Cup soccer chat that's all sitting in there because you boys did so well on the weekend, not the weekend, but this week. Para vs Rabbits. Moses returns. Jack Williams, is he on your radar, Jimmy? Because he's certainly starting to become on my radar. He's locked in that middle now.
I think I've had him on my radar all year. It's just one I can't pull the finger to. Yeah, I love Jack Williams. He's been killing it, and now he's back playing prop. I just love that even more. So, yeah, it's between.
Locked into there now.
It's hard with Twal and Sasangi and guys like that coming back now to really pull the trigger on Jack Williams.
But it's also hard to get the price to them.
Yes, but luckily we've had a major injury this week with Jackson Ford going down.
But he lost 60k.
He did, but he's still 650k. So you can get to a lot of those guys with some of the money being floated around, especially from KPP last week.
Cam Murray returns, but he's not on my radar. He will be in Origin, and I reckon surely that he's got to start for Origin. So I wouldn't be going there. Latrell Mitchell further extends his injury, which means to me, are you getting Latrell 2.0?
I really want to. I really do. And I thought about it the other week, but I bought Tamari Martin instead, which worked out to be quite a good trade in the end.
Quite a good. Wicked. Loving it. He's just locked into number 1, 5'8".
Yeah, he's killing it. But yeah, Latrell, probably the only thing that kills him is his fullback and half.
Yeah.
Every week I think about, I could just put Macassini to him, and I'm like, he can't do it. So, yeah, I think he's going to score well, and if you've got him, you'll play him comfortably.
He'll get the duel next week going into 18 because he's played, 3? He'll have played more than 3 games.
But he's already got half and fullback.
Oh, yeah, true. He's already a duel, so yeah, he can't get taken. That can't get taken away, and it can't get changed.
No, but Tallis Duncan on the other end, he does get it.
Yes. How many games has he now played at centre now?
It's probably 4 or 5, I'd imagine. I'll check the stats, but yeah, he's played a fair few, and he's been doing well, in my opinion. Anyway, what do you think of Duncan at centre? You don't love it?
No, I don't love it at all. No, I like it on the edge, but I do also. I don't mind it. It is Tallis Duncan. The problem I've got is that Rabbits team is just not near as good without Latrell Mitchell, and so anyone in the Rabbits worries me. Kulamattangi is another one that's very high on my radar this week, solely just because of cash and the price he is. But without Latrell, that whole team is different.
He's played 3 games at centre this year, and he averages 76.6, Duncan. So that's quite good, actually, for centre.
Lachlan's asked, would you trade with Lukey with a tough draw, a sell for Fafita, whilst we're on the Rabbits train?
Yeah, we've spoken about him as a hold, potentially. I can see it either way, but if you need numbers for 18, I'd definitely be going to Fafita or someone like that, for sure.
Yeah. I like it. I think that's a really good call too. And you're going to bank cash too, which is a premium right now. Titans versus Bulldogs. So Cooper Bai is out. I feel so much for Jensen Tonamapia. He was just starting. I feel like he locked that spot down now, and he was just starting to play well and just snaps his leg out of nowhere. Like it was not even...
It was crazy, wasn't it?
Geez, I feel for him. Tino does return at a very good price. Ilias named... Does that scare you? I know there's people buying Harrison.
Is there people buying Harrison?
And I don't
know why.
I think because he just hyped the way that he played last week. I think.
Yeah. I'd just look at the other half of the Titans and get him, Jaden Campbell, especially with his duel coming next week. But no, it wouldn't concern me. I think Zane Harrison's locked in there, in my opinion.
Oscar Pasco's been named to start after playing 20-odd minutes last week.
Yeah,
sat on the bench.
Originally, he was supposed to come back on like he usually does, but they had Jensen go down. They had a few, and then they actually ran out of subs, so they couldn't bring him back on, which I'm not too worried. If we see it again this week, I'll be definitely nuffing him out, I think.
Yep. Me too. Next, Bulldogs. Satili Tupanua out for 8 to 10 weeks. There is a few people who are very high on him. I know our Matrix from the SuperCoach Insight was in love with Satili with some stats and things like that. So that's a tough out. Preston does return, though. Are you interested in buying Presto?
I'm always a big lover for Preston. I think he's a absolute gun and super coach. He's probably not the 2RF I'm looking to buy, though, at the moment. I'm looking elsewhere. I think you can't go wrong if you do get him. But until I see him named starting, that's probably when I'll look at him.
Crichton's named to start at the 6. He will not get that for 18, so he won't get a duel.
No.
Burton moves to the centres, but are you interested in Stephen Crichton? Because... geez, he looked good in the 5'8" jersey last week, and Burton in the centres looked great too.
Yeah, it was something different, wasn't it? And it seemed to work for him quite well. I heard Luke Keary talking about it today. He reckons Stephen Crichton was the halfback and Lockie Galvin was the 6, and it wouldn't surprise me at all with Stephen Crichton's experience and just leading that team around. I don't know if I could buy him yet. I think he could do very well, don't get me wrong. Maybe he's a Bostock trade later down the line.
Big call. Next game, Broncos versus the Roosters. So Stags, Haas, Walsh are back. They had the bye last week and then Origin the week before that. No Reynolds. Hunt starting at the 7. Will Walsh be kicking? There was a comment on the post about that Duffy was going to kick, but I have also heard from Maguire's mouth that Walsh is going to kick. So it's who knows. But
yeah, I think Walsh will kick personally. I think your star player wants the ball at their feet at every chance they can. So yeah, I see Walsh kicking personally.
Walsh kicking just gives everything about like confidence. You're giving him the ball there to do that, to try and get that confidence in him to absolutely go nuts, eh?
Yeah. I think this could be a game that Walsh goes, I'm back. But I'm not buying him back, don't worry. Not yet.
It is a bit of a killer buck because I traded him last week for Hines. I got the 61 for Hines, and then I'm looking at this thinking, now Reynolds is out, Walsh is here. there's still talk around that Walsh doesn't get picked for Origin, blah, blah, blah. So that means that Walsh is just going to go nuts this week. It is a very scary watch.
And if he doesn't get selected for Origin, I will generally go Drinky to Walsh again next week. I'll just get him in. I just will.
This will be a Teddy hero of the Travis boys.
Yeah.
Zavala back at centres for the Roosters, Jimmy.
I love it. I think he's been killing it at centre this year, and I'm sure the stats back me up as well. But I think he's one of their best centres at the moment. So him and Toya are both a deadly combo. I love it. I think it's a great move, and I think it's great for Billy Smith out on the wing too, because I think he's actually been going quite well out there.
Jimmy, do you want to explain to our listeners what the hell Aaron's talking about? James, I give it 2 weeks and you'll try to convince me to get him. Get who, James?
It must be Walsh, surely. Walsh or Zavala. But yeah, I think Aaron was actually quite bullish on Zavala earlier this year, so it could have worked out well for him.
He's been great, to be fair.
Yeah.
Dolphins versus the Waz. Hammer, Icat, Plath, Flegler, Cobbo are all back. Plath coming off the bench in the 14, though. The rest of them are starting in their usual spots. Fuller's been dropped all the way back out to the reserves. Before I go to the Waz and the big news, let's talk about that.
Yeah, I think last time Plath was named at 14 and started as well. I see that potentially happening again. Great for the Dolphins. I love that backline. And just looking at everyone, I'm like, there's points there. Yep. There has to be points. So, yeah, I'm really keen to watch all the Origin boys come back and really put on a good clash Saturday Arvo.
I like the Dolphins. They're so good, and I would happily have so many of them. But the problem is that they do have a bye, and you can't cover when you go and buy everybody. I would love to have Cobbo. I'd love to have Plath in my hooker. I'd love to have Icat at halfback. Hammer is obviously going well. You just can't have them all, and there's other players that are doing all right. But yeah, geez, they're on fire, and I feel for Nafahu.
Yeah.
The dude's just been monstering it, and the second these boys come back, he's straight to the bench, and I just feel for him, because he would be, if we were told, if I got told or found out that he was locked in as a wing, I'd buy him.
I agree, yeah. Without a doubt, I'd buy him, but Selwyn Cobbo scores a hat-trick in Origin. Jermaine Osako is the leading point scorer. What can you do?
Yeah.
He's going to get his chance next year with Osako going to the Storm, and that's probably when we'll be talking about him in pre-season.
That's it. Big news here is for the Waz, and that's for all owners, is Jackson Ford has done a peck. Lost 60k on the weekend for a very low 30-odd. It's basically out for the year. It's 10 to 12. We're round 17 now, so it's a massive blow for the Waz, who are on fire.
Could be back for finals, but that's probably good for Warriors fans, I guess.
Potentially, yeah. There's a potential that he also misses 1 week, maybe 2. So depends on how they go.
Yeah.
But if it's a 12-weeker, it's definitely longer than that'll hit into finals. Do you think does that give you Aaron Clark bye vibes, because he's going to get a few more extra minutes, he's going to get more touches, because surely Stowers, Smith and the like are not going to get those Jackson Ford touches. Aaron Clark will get them.
Yeah, I can see Aaron Clark definitely getting some more ball in attack. I think the minutes will still be the same for Aaron Clark, which is highly concerning in my opinion anyway. But I love Stowers Smith. I love Aumunga. I love Niokore through the middle when he gets his chance to. I just think the Warriors have such a pack that's can just interchange between them all. So yeah, I think there's there's a lot lost, but I think they replace him well enough.
So the chatter is my mouse has died. The chatter around this, Jimmy, is that, is it as simple now that, like Benjamin's asked, forward to 12, even if you have a Terrell May? Can we live in a world where we have the two Tigers boys for the finish of this year? Well, I mean, to be fair, I had it for a few weeks before 12.
Yeah, so did I, and I think you definitely can, especially being 12's a duel. So I would have no problems having both of them now. I'm personally looking at maybe Payne Haas, but I think he's a great get, and his numbers behind 12 this year. He's averaging 85, so that puts him up there with Hudson Young and stuff at the 2RF. So base of 71. That's ridiculous. So, yeah, I definitely think you can own 12. I just want to see the knee and how he returns, because not everyone's Payne Haas and can play 80 straight off the bat.
And there's talk that 12's coming back early. So I don't like it. I love 12, and I was such a reluctant seller of him when I owned him, and then he got that injury. But I knew it was a long enough injury to sell. But I was... I'm looking at it just going, he wasn't supposed to be back till about at least 1920, right? And I just think this is being rushed. Now, look, he is a specimen of a human. Yeah. And so maybe it's all good, but, I'm just a bit concerned. Benjamin's gone and said round 23 concerns when Tigers have a bye, but how many do you truly have, right? Like, you've only got, really, it's only those two, yeah?
Two. Adam Dewey,
and Adam
got
Dewey,
him.
but people be buying him now, but you're buying him knowing that you'll have to bench him anyways, and you've probably got Cleary or Hines, so you're sweet.
That's right. Yeah, I agree. I think you can own both of them quite comfortably.
All right. Jesse says he's ready, lad. So he needs to click the link.
Should we let him in?
Well, he hasn't actually. We just got to tell the fella he's got to click the link and join. Next on the game is Cowboys Panthers. So To'o Cleary are back from their Origin resting. So yes, they missed last week because they were rested. Other than that, Panthers news is not much else. And Cowboys versus the Panthers. For that, on the Cowboys team, it's Purdue to the 6.
Yeah, he played there last week. He started really well, and then the Warriors just found a role, and they just kept going with it. They couldn't stop. I have great concerns for the Cowboys this week. At
home?
Yeah, I do. I think if it's dry up there, it's really going to play into Penrith's hands, so... We shall see. I think Nathan Cleary's in for a big one.
Yeah, I think so too. Benjamin says he's got Luai as well. So, did you just let him in?
I didn't.
Boys, I came in as a host. Hello.
Because I've given him the login details. What a peanut.
How are we? I have been listening the entire time, and I have been enjoying. So, thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us. Manly versus the Storm. Garrick's out concussion protocol. That kills me. God, that kills me. Fa'alalo returns for the Sea Eagles, but he's named in the reserves.
Yeah, he won't play unless there's another injury, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely an area to target Felity for sure. For if you're a Howarth owner in draft or something like that.
Yeah.
No relevance otherwise.
If Falalo's healthy, would you just not shift everyone around to get Falalo into a wing and then not play Felity?
I would have Falalo a sub now, but I'm not Kieran Foran, so
yeah,
I'm sitting in my lounge chair talking footy, not at the Manly.
I feel like Falalo deserves a spot, though, somewhere.
Oh, because of what he had done.
He's just aced it, man. He honestly just came in from nothing and brained it. So, that deserves a position. But at the same time, if he's not ready, then it's just not worth it.
That's right, yeah.
Jesse, you were super loud, dude, by the way.
Oh, sorry. Is that better?
Nearly blew my ears off the first time he spoke.
Whoops.
I appreciate it anyway.
Okay.
Nice and clear, but I like that.
Thank you.
Next on the Storm, no real change other than Hughes is out with a hammy strain with Wishart coming in. So that's the only change the Storm have got. That's a big loss for the Storm. Anyone that's still holding Hughes, I was a Hughes owner for a few weeks and then knew that he had those next few buys coming up, so I traded him out before then. Anything else you want to add to that game, boys?
Nah, man. All good.
Nah.
Raiders Dragons. So guess who's back?
Sasangi.
Simi
Sasangi's
season.
back, and he's named to start at centres. Laurie drops out, and Paddy starts at the 9, and he looked good last week, and so did the Raiders when he was in charge of that attack. He's cheap too.
I've already looked at him, 250k.
So did
just
I.
like,
I thought that was
Pasco's
a Pasco trade until I told Jesse, and Jesse said you're an idiot.
It's just a trade used, but again, I don't know. I'm also looking at Paddy, just thinking they've got 3 of them, They got Starling and they've got Brayley. So it's like, I don't know if you want to be playing that game with Hooker, with single-digit trades, But I see it.
I thought you were going to rage trade him Sunday night, Jesse, when I was speaking to you.
Asco?
Yeah.
Oh, look, Sunday night that was a different night.
Yeah.
Today's Wednesday. We're cheering.
We're a bit more mature and we've thought about our reasoning now.
Exactly right. But just on Simi.
Yes.
The freak he is, right?
Yes.
He's at centre, Like, I suppose we were looking at it second row.
Yep.
Simi versus second row versus centre. He's played 7 games at centre this year, averaging 86.5.
It's not bad, eh?
43
It's
in base.
pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. And then you change over that to just a back row position. He's played 2 games for a 61 average, so it's like you've got him in the right spot. I think he's a solid buy. Like, I had him earlier in the year, and I just not really. Genuinely, he doesn't. I think Chris deserves a spot on the bench, especially with a 6-man bench. But I don't think he's going to be spelling Simi.
No, but if it was calf, wasn't it, or hamstring? But it was one of those two. Which always
what was it? No, it was something else. I'm pretty sure it was shoulder, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is. It was a shoulder, and
that
this is
worries
the
me
concern
less.
I've got with him is that he was also not supposed to be back till well after Origin, and he's coming back in round 17. So, therefore, I'm looking at it thinking, I'm a little bit concerned that we're bringing this guy back really early. And James, you also said that too. They're desperate for wins. They're desperate to get these boys on the track, but does that hurt you? Is there a risk with that?
Yeah, well, when you're coming 16th and you're playing the Spooners, I think you just got to get all your boys back, don't you? I actually really like the Dragons in this matchup, but I still think you can buy Sasangi. All the stats point to him being probably one of the better centres this year, so...
Yeah.
Like it.
Back to buy.
Tigers versus the Knights. So Lucas and Ponga return from their resting. McEwen is back. Sharp moves from fullback in replace of Ponga to the 6. Anything else you want to chat on the Knights? We are going to cover a couple of points that are going to come up later on for the Knights, particularly one, Greg the Leg. But
I know a few people bought Bradman Best last week. I think he might have been a bit of a letdown for them.
Just a little.
Well, just a little bit.
Just.
Without
He did have a
putting
negative
knife in too far.
Yeah, he did have a negative break even though, so it is a little, I suppose, win at the end of it because he made some coin. But it's better than losing 100k on Greg. I can assure you that.
You'll do it again this week too.
I will.
And then on the other side is huge news. So Suka holds his edge. That's the big news out of the Tigers, boys.
Yeah, huge news, and I think he actually played pretty well. Well, I don't think. I know he played pretty well. I watched him play. I thought he was good, and I really like the thought of him running off Dewey now. That makes me even more excited.
I love how you guys just didn't pick up on what I had, or you just played along with it. AD is back, and Twal is back. That's the big bloody news, boys. Suka sitting in your reserves is not the big news.
Oh, I think it is big news
it's
if
huge
you're looking
news.
at cash cows and anyone that got on him last week, because you're probably going to get a couple more weeks out. Yeah, same. I don't even play him. AD back, and that is probably the biggest. Finu's back next week as well. I know there was speculation of it being longer. It looks like he's back next week. So snatch him up in drafts if you can. I have been.
But looking
looking
at that bench, I only see Sione going back through the middle off the bench.
Yeah.
Because that bench is so weak with middles. They've got Bunty and Seyfarth.
Exactly. Yeah, I think Sukar keeps his spot, and I think Sione goes back to the bench, and
Yeah.
Samuela just fills the void, and that's it. That's their second row pairing for the season, most likely.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I would like to hope anyway, but I feel like that's probably how it's going to play out. So, yeah, take a win where you can get one, but I'd still watch AD for at least a round. I think you can afford to. So,
Oh, loving the questions and things that are coming through. Alex says, for 600k, will you trade in for feeder? Not many better options for that price.
Definitely.
yeah, I did. I think as well, like if you need a guy this week and you're looking at for feeder, if it's a buy round number and you're buying him in advance, I still like the buy. You know, I did it like 2-3 weeks ago now, and I think it's still a good one. I think what's probably a good idea under the 600 bracket is just to keep an eye on Reece Walsh next week. If that's your budget and he doesn't get picked and he does well this week, he's still going to be under 600 as well.
But what if it's just
If it's a
2RF?
second,
Yeah.
if it's just a 2RF, then yeah, hands down. I don't think there's much going on.
You got
2RF now.
You got Sua Wong and Finny Fuliaki, who are good
I actually
options.
think there's heaps going on in
Nat
the
Butcher
2RFs.
now
The problem
too.
is that Origin next week and the buy in 19 kind of hurts.
Well, that's the
but
thing.
There's
Yeah.
there's some superstars in that 2RF. Like
Jacob
There is.
Preston,
Jacob
550.
Preston's back this week. You've got Hudson Young. You've got Ola Kawatu.
You're not buying
Yeah,
Hudson
obviously
Young
they're-
for 600k.
200k more than that.
Yeah.
I think for sub 600 for dudes that you want, Fafita's obviously a big standout because of the Origin coverage.
Yeah.
If your main mindset is set around who can I get for 600k that's going to play next week, and potentially 19, your options get very limited very quickly. So disregard all the other buy round stuff, and I think 600's a gold mine. So.
Isaac says, I want to sell forward, but I don't know who to have. My centre wings aren't great. I've got Isako, Herbie, May, Chester, and 2. Is Marky Mark the right way to go now, or go somewhere else?
Depends on
Now
your Origin numbers, I guess, too.
It depends what
'cause-
you've got next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if you go on, Jimmy.
I was just going to lean on what you were saying, Jesse, so you go.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, Mark's break-even's, 6?
Yeah.
He's going to do some work against the Broncos, like, he could score another 2 tries and he could make, it's 100 points, it's basically 80 plus 90k. He'll be, what's that, he's almost 700 now, so he'll be pushing 750 plus. If you're going to do that in 2 weeks' time when he's, he's back, you sort of want to do it now.
Only 6% owned at the minute, but I think he was one of the most traded in this week, which we'll get to.
Yeah, he is for sure, so... You just kind of got to do it ahead of time, because he will be so much dearer in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to our talking point, which is obviously this time of the year, everything and every part of the conversation hangs around Origin, right? And buys. Next week is 18. So my first question before we go too far is, Jimmy, how many players do you have for 18? And what do you think is a really good number going into this round, seeing what a lot of teams are like?
So currently, for me, I have 14, including Macassini, 15 if I include Lucas, who I'm pretty sure won't be in Origin 3.
Wouldn't think.
No, but we'll see. More than likely does. So I've got 14. I've got some really good solid options too, which I'm happy about. I think a good number for 18 if you want to make some good moves is 14, 15. I think people are going to have comfortable numbers, and I think if you can get 1 or 2 extra good guys in that week and you have the trades allowing to do it, I think that's somewhere where you should target for sure.
I'll jump in now and say I also have 14, but I have 13 if we don't say Macassini at the moment. And all of those, the worst player of that list would be Ghana.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'm not far off you, to be honest.
pretty comfortable with what I've got in my 18. Jesse, yourself.
If I include the likes of like Ghana, Sukar, if they're actually going to be playing options, because they are currently in my side and named, I'll have about 14. If I kind of just be a bit conservative and go, I don't expect to be playing Ghana potentially, but I probably will realistically. I think either way, like Jimmy's right, like this particular buy round, there's just naturally more coverage. I think the teams that are playing are more commonly owned teams, and I don't feel like we're scrounging around to try and find buy numbers. I feel like they kind of just fell naturally to us. So if you can afford to have 14 to 15, I think you're in a really good spot. But the thing is, I feel like a lot of people are going to have a very good quality 13.
That's
Yes. Yep.
Which is the difference. So you can fill your squad with 14, 15, 16, as many as you want. But if they're just plodding along, if they're like a Macassini, if you're counting Macassini as like your 13th guy, I feel like you're in a bad spot. Because there's going to be a lot of teams out there that can field a gun team of 13. And then some like flexible guys that will drop out. So you at least want your 13. You at least want a good quality 13. But if you can get any more and have a bit of wiggle room, you're laughing.
So the question then goes from, as we're seeing a lot of teams are 13 now, 14, 15 and the like. Jesse, I think, what did you say? You had 15.
I have 14 if I count everyone.
14 if you count everyone, and then some trades and stuff like that. So, Should we start looking at getting, and do you suggest people start looking at getting Origin blokes now ready for the rest of the year?
This round or next round?
Now and next round.
Yes. Hands down. I feel like, because I have some, I got some mates out there that have sent me some photos and teams and this and that, like everyone does, and they're sitting on 15. And I'm like, why are you bringing in dudes specifically for round 18 right now?
Yeah.
Like if there's a budget pick, or if there's a player that you're like, I want to get myself a Hudson now to have him, or if I want to get myself Mark this week to have him, because you're not going to have him next week, do it. 100% do it. Especially break-even stuff too, like Mark, where for a fact, like, okay, if he shits the bed this week and he scores 25 points, are you still going to want him in 2 weeks' time?
Yes.
That's something you got to ask yourself, because if it's just you're buying off recency scoring and just form and everything, and he's killing it, sweet, you can do that. But if he just has a down game, and all of a sudden that break even just creeps right back to there, and you're like, oh, he's 700k now, am I really getting too much more for it? I don't have him in my next week, and I just copped a shit score. Don't press the panic stations button, like, you're doing this now, especially, you're getting these dudes for the run. So in that situation, yeah, I think you do. I think you get the guys in your mind that you're like, I want to end the year with this dude. If it means you can afford him now, and you won't do in 2 weeks' time after Origin, you got to do it now. I feel like if next week, when you get 3 trades and you want to start planning ahead and using trades next week to get 1 or 2 guys on a buy to forward trade plan, I think it's very, very good. I just
Who would be some players? Let's go, Jimmy. Name as many as you want, really, but name at least 3 Origin guys that you think are must-haves. If you're in an optimal position, which all 3 of us are pretty good. We're all relying on a Garner or a Macassini as the 14th and 15th guy, so we're looking pretty happy. We're in that sort of prime optimal position. Who are these guys that you think you need to have for the run home?
So some guys that I would consider bringing in this week, and I've looked at personally, are Payne Haas. I think we'll see that later reflected in the trade-ins. I think he's just a guy that you want on the run home. He can score you 100 weekly without a doubt. Him and May will be 1 and 2 front row forwards again this year. Hudson Young's another one. He's got a really good matchup this week and next after the 18 bye as well, so he misses 18 anyway. And probably another one that Scott actually just brought up, Olakau'atu. I think he's a actual trade target. I think for me personally, in my team, it's Young or Olakau'atu, and I think Young just has a bit better ceiling personally. Yep,
I agree with that one. I think we spoke about this too last week, Jimmy, when it comes to, even just anti-potting Olakau'atu, and Hudson Young was the better play last week as well, so like that's just things he will do. No one really rivals him. to an equal playing field. I feel like he pips everyone. But yeah, he's probably the number one dude that if I'd be, planning ahead. Haas obviously is a massive trade this week for people doing that. In the center wing bracket, I really like Mark. I feel like he's going to end strong, and he'd be a great one to get now because you'll be definitely priced away from him. Another one that I don't think gets brought up a bit is Ponga.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen a lot of people leaning in the Ponga direction, but he's the guy at the moment. Like, he's the form fullback. So obviously it's a bit tricky too with fullbacks and Origin, but
He's pretty well owned though.
he is owned, but he's still,
He's not going to play 18 or 19 though, is he? So that's the tough one.
Well, neither is Haas.
No, that's true, but I think fullback's a little bit harder to get someone in, especially with Ford going down. Everyone owned him. You can bring in Haas this week, where you got to kick out a Sewell Farlongo or a Drinky or an Edwards to do it this week, which makes it really tough.
Fullback definitely is a bit trickier, but even other dudes that aren't selected for Origin that have been injured, like AD's a great one to buy back. Simi's a good one. Twal, obviously, in a week or two, worth a look. I think he's a good buy. So it doesn't necessarily have to be Origin. I think we've just been so shafted with injury that we just lump all these dudes in the same bracket. Who's not available,
Yeah, I agree with that. That's a good way to put it. And I think Simi's a great buy. Who would you go between him or Hudson if you had to get one this week?
Between Simi and... If you had to get one this week... Oh, shit. That's so hard, hey. It's so hard.
Out of the two of them, if you're going to get one, I'm getting Sasanga just because he's playing the next 2 weeks.
That's the thing. He's playing the difference. Like, in the next of the net points, he's going to make more in the next few weeks, providing he doesn't get injured again.
Yep.
But him and Hudson both miss 18 anyway, so it doesn't matter.
The Raiders don't play 18?
Raiders don't play 18.
Oh, well, give me Hudson.
Exactly. So they're both going to miss the same game.
I think the thing is as well, like, everyone's going to flock to Hudson. Oh, sorry, to Simi.
Yeah.
And they're basically the same price. And, like, coverage, they're both 2RFs, but Simi gets the center. And when it comes to my center, I just feel like Simi's more valuable as a second rower. I don't know what it is. Normally, I'd want to plug I'd want to do it the other way around. Like, if they had that sort of coverage, I want to play him in the centers. But there's so many centers that I want that my 2RF is arse. I think Simi would be an absolute welcome addition. So, yeah, but even still, I personally, I find, and I could be wrong for most, but I just think Hudson's just so here.
He's clear for me.
It's just like, even you come down so far of a way to get to Olakau'atu, I'm just like, oh, geez, I don't even think there's a debate there, but there is. So.
The thing is, Hudson Young got an 86, I'm just looking now, in a team that got belted after 16 minutes of that game. And he still did that. Olakau'atu worked his ass off, and I thought was fantastic against the Bulldogs, and got a 74.
I think I made the exact same point last week on the pod when we were talking about it, and I was like, Hudson Young will just shit out an 80. They will get belted, and he will shit out an 80, where Olakau'atu has to work for his big scores. It's just the nature of the beast. I don't know what it is about him, but he is the number one. And, you're buying the number one at a price that's not even number one price. So.
And you look at how consistent he is. He averages 85. His 3-round average is 87. And his 5-round average is 87. So he's just Mr. Consistent.
Well, it's very consistent in the comments. Alex says Young and Haas. Scott says Young, Ola and Haas. Alex then says Young, Ola, Haas, Marky, Mark. In that order for all players, which I love that, Alex. Thank you, mate. Scott comes through and has said he's gone forward to Young, so he's bragging out that he's got Young, which I think is a lovely trade. And then Alex just jumped in saying he already owns Ponga, which is the same as me. He's not going to sell unless he gets injured, which is exactly the same as me. And he says Young over Simi. So we're all pretty much in the same track.
Yep. Love it.
Would you try anti-pod Young then? If he's going
Everyone anti-pods Young every year.
No.
I've been
couldn't do it,
years, man. And this year people are raving about him, but I still think he's still so underrated.
Yeah. Honestly. Like, he's the best. And he's playing the Dragons this week. And, like, as much as we think, it's even Jimmy's point, Dragons are doing much better than the Raiders are, to be fair. It doesn't matter with him.
Did you?
It doesn't matter.
Just on that, and I know it's not betting time, and gamble responsibly, people, but this is the 16th versus 17th on the ladder. And have you seen the odds for that game?
No.
It's
incite
freaking
me.
bananas, man. Raiders are $1.34. The Dragons are $3.30. It's bananas.
Just take the Dragons.
Oh my
honestly.
god! I can't. This is 16th versus 17th.
Could be anything.
Sasangi's the difference, guys.
Yeah, true.
Anything else you want to add? Is there anyone else? Is there any other sort of is there any other trades or anything that interest you from Origin, guys? I think there's a.
Well, James just brought up a good point. Sorry, not me. James in the comments. Trav will bring that up now, I think. Any love for Dylan Lucas? For DeLucas this week via Jules with Lucas to maybe miss Origin 3. I have Lucas. I didn't think he was going to play Origin 2. I don't think he's going to play Origin 3. He could get selected on the bench, but I love Dylan Lucas. I think he's always a try scorer and
Lucas is
threat.
going to be the scapegoat and will get dropped out of Origin, or if anything, worst case, he's 20th, which means he's going to be sweet. So there is massive love for Dylan Lucas. This guy, I have a man crush on that guy. He's one. Not only is he a ridiculously good-looking guy, he's a bloody good player. And holy crap, and he's been able to do what he does in a team that was no good and on the bottom of the ladder last year, and then he's still doing it, if not better, in a team that's in the top 4 and has been at times. Like the dude's a superstar.
And
he's a gun.
I think this James is the same James that's coming 4th in our league overall. So
This Godwin.
It must be. He knows what he's talking about. So
Cheeky bastard.
yeah,
Is that strange behaviour?
It is. Mind you, he has
He's
that
guy messages me every week saying, "Give me advice on my team," and I'm like, "Bro, you're in the top 300. Leave us alone."
Yeah, he held Simi as well, by the way, through the entire injury layoff.
I know.
And he's got him. And he held Hudson. And his current 2RF is like Hudson, Olakawatu, Lucas, Simi. You're like, bro, stop talking to me.
Yeah, I agree. James, I do love you, mate. Don't stop messaging me. Just message me about other stuff other than your brag rights of the team that you want to do.
The goat.
Scott, man, this guy's a good guy as well. Scott says Liam Martin likely comes in for Lucas.
I agree with
think
that
so.
sentiment.
Yeah, 100%. I think last week too with Liam Martin just gone bang. It kind of just goes, look, I'm back. You know, here I am. You need me for this game. You need that dog, and I'm here for it.
I just I get it. I do, but look, I'll take this as I'll do two things. I'll take this as I am a Queenslander, and what I don't want to see, and as just an NRL person because I love NRL, I hope they pick Liam Martin over Olakawatu as a Queenslander because
I bet you would.
Olakawatu is a freaking monster, man. Like, Liam Martin doesn't offer anything other than just a big ass tank and a big ass asshole, essentially. And I don't know. And that's not going to win them a game. It's not going to.
We don't have an asshole.
We
don't have
Liam
one.
Martin's not going to win them a game.
No, but you don't need Liam Martin to win the game. You need someone to be a dog. And we had Spencer Leniu, and he did. And we don't have that now.
But you had Spencer Leniu and still lost.
Yeah, we didn't have Liam Martin.
He did play Game 3 last year and we lost. So
I don't know. I look, as a
need some
Queenslander,
dog.
I hope you do pick him. I really do, because he doesn't worry me at all. Yeah, he's
I bet you he worries Munster,
but he doesn't worry me at all.
Yeah. Look, Olakawatu is obviously the big dog. Like, if you're going to want someone as a just explosive game changer, like, yeah, 100%. I just think, you know, like, look what the Blues have had for years. Yeah, it is a different James. Sorry, mate. Angus Crichton, Liam Martin. Like, how many years did we run that combination of just savages?
I feel like, yeah. Anyways, this is not an NRL chat. This is SuperCoach, and I really just don't. I don't see it. I hope they do it though. I hope they pick Liam Martin. I really do. Let's go. Ranked in the top 10%. Sorry, James. I still feel like as much as James has come in here and he's offering some really seriously good conversation, I feel like James Godwin's just changed his name, and that's still him.
It's his burner account.
It's his burner. Love you, James. Love you. Thanks, man.
We do.
Keep it coming. Ranked in the top 10%, trade-ins, trades out. Jackson Ford, he's got to go. Simple as that. I think we've covered plenty, and we're going to cover it in a minute, so we'll just leave it there. Tom Chester. I have never been a Chester owner. It sucks. I wish I had. I'd love to have had that 300 and more than 400k price rise that he had at one point. He's got a really bad matchup against Penrith this week. Jimmy thinks they're going to get belted. What do you think?
I don't think he's a sell.
No, I don't think he's a sell. And when you count out Chester, that's when he scores 100. So is he up against Tago or Garner this week in centre?
Right, so he'll be on the left side, which will be Isaac Tungo. Yeah.
Which I think he can do a job with that. I think he can score points. So
I agree.
I'm not against it, and I don't think he's a sell. I think people are probably using him to go to Mark, I would imagine. I'm usually wrong, but I think that's how you would do it. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I see that. Yeah, fourth trade is Chester to Mark. So it makes sense in that sense, but I just love Chester. I think he's a stat beast, so I love him.
I think so too. And we've spoken about Chester for weeks and weeks and said he's a season keeper. But the guy's had he scored under 53 times this year.
Yeah.
For a dude that was cheap. And I understand he's only got 1 ton. You know what I mean? So if you're looking at the ceiling bracket of things, maybe his ceiling is slightly limited. But again, he's in the 90s probably 1-2 times at least. He's in the 80s almost all the time, at least 60. It's pretty good stuff. He's a jewel. It's not a headache, but if he's your only avenue at 600k to get a dude who's only slightly dearer, who will bang out 2 to 3 tries and score those 120s, I get it.
Yeah.
I'd be super reluctant to do it myself, but for me, he is that guy. So I'm like, well, do I do it or not? And I kind of don't want to. So, yeah, it's a funny one to see in there, but
I actually don't mind it. Chester's got 2 more buys for the rest of this
exactly.
year.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I think it's
just
it's a bad matchup this week. He's not a number for next week. But
neither's Mark.
He's got an 87 break even.
Neither's Mark though. Mark's not a number. If that's your reasoning.
Mark has massive upside, right? Mark has everything other than what Chester has. and Chester's been great. And as I said to you, I would love to have him. I would love to have had him, but I just didn't get there.
He's 600. If you get jumping off now, then you've done well.
I also think he's a good guy just to leave on your bench and just ride the wave of the dollar figure.
Yeah, but if he's your centre wing 6, he's my centre wing 6. If I can turn my centre wing 6 into Mark,
do you not feel
that's
like
not
that's
bad.
a bit of a waste? But then you're getting into some massive headaches around who you trade, who you don't.
Exactly.
Reserves, what you do reserves.
I think it's a luxury trade, to put it simply.
Yeah, and I don't feel like in most teams that I'll see Chester sitting, he's not in your number 4 spot.
Jimmy, add this to your list for overs and unders. Tom Chester, 56. Jimmy, quickly, overs or unders?
I'll give you 60 overs.
Yeah, I'm going overs on 50.
Overs. His break, you're going to give him 60. He's projected in SuperCoach is 56. So you're going overs? You're going overs? I'm going to go unders, just to be different. Kai Peace Paul, it's still a trade out. Was last week, still is. Greg Marju. Let's talk about this. We said we were going to at the start of the pod, and I'm glad that Jesse is here. I'm going to give a bit of a shout out to my man Matrix, the SC Matrix, and the boys on the SuperCoach Insight, because they were very, very brutal with people selling Marju. I think the comment that Matty said, which, to be fair, he's going to be on our pod again in a couple of weeks, said, if you're trading Marju, you need to uppercut yourself.
I agree.
Fair.
I agree. Jesse's an owner, so I'm going to let him talk about it. I never bought him.
You never bought him, yeah, true. So I am the only one that owns Marzu, eh?
Yep.
Yeah.
100 and, let's call it around to 170 break even. He's already lost 100. Look, it is what it is, man. Greg the leg. It's, I suppose last week you didn't have Ponga, and you can just clearly look at the stats, and I'll just read them out because not a lot of us can clearly look at them. This year, without Ponga, he averages 50.6. 6 games. Pretty universal too. Look at last year without Ponga, 53. The year before without Ponga, 52. It's a 50, and he scored slightly less than that.
Tell us what he gets with Ponga.
Yeah, okay. Are you sitting down?
I am.
Good. This year, with Ponga, he averages 92.
Yeah, it's
Obviously, with a
fucking malarkey.
207 in there, so it kind of really, really buffs it up, you know?
And you think Marzu is this big, massive base guy. He only bases 30 with
Well,
Ponga.
Exactly right.
this year, but he
Yeah.
He's
has.
down.
Yep.
Yeah, he's definitely down on almost every metric when it comes to him, except tries and line breaks. You know, like he's doing better than usual. So this year, 26, he scored with Ponga 12 tries, 5 of them in one game, admittedly. So you take that with a bit of a grain. Last year, he played 10 games with Ponga, averaged 67 or around it, and he scored 2 tries that year with him. The year before that, it was a down year for him. But go back to 23 when Marzu kind of blew up and we were like, holy shit, Greg the leg, this dude's insane. Why did the Titans let him go? He averaged 76 with Ponga. So it's a very drastic upgrade with Ponga in the side. And he's going to be in the side this week. I don't expect him to score 170 to get himself, not losing coin. But Ponga's only going to be out for a week or two. And then you're going to expect him back, hopefully, fingers crossed for his injury's sake. He's there for the rest of the season, and he just cooks.
So then the
Marzi
next
will
point is you've got to talk about the matchups. Now, the matchup this week is against the Tigers, who have one of the worst on that side edge defence in the competition.
Yes, definitely. And I think that matchup itself is really nice. And then what? So he's a left winger. He'll be up against the right edge of who is the revolving doors of wingers and whatnot for the Tigers. I don't even know.
I'll tell you now. I don't.
Taruva?
No, he's out. Team
Tuva.
list Tigers. It will be Toya, Stafford Toya, and Jarrell Skelton.
Oh, Skelton. Yeah, give me Marzu with that one.
I agree.
Yeah, and then they got the Finns next week. So he'll be up against the Zarko. Kind of don't mind that one, to be fair. I think a Zarko can leak, but he can also score loads. Rabbits, Sharks, Roosters, Broncos, and then their run home is quite nice, actually, real late. Raiders, Titans, Manly, and the Warriors at the last round.
So
If you're not selling him now, you're not selling him. That's the thing.
Keep Greg Marju is what you're saying?
Well, yeah, I don't expect a 200 again. And I didn't expect a 200 the week I bought him. I hoped for some because it was the Dragons. But I think you're going to get 80s and 90s a lot. And I think that's a reasonable expectation about Greg. I would be very happy with an 80 to a 90. And honestly, at this point of the season, a dude with a ceiling of 207 potentially, which most likely going to score you tons instead, that's a green tick. That has so much upside. Even if he's losing that much coin, it is what it is, man. You just don't look at it too much. Unless, you've got 18 trades left. And then you go, okay, I'll just move him on and get him back when he drops. But I think now, if you're getting close to 10, you're not moving him.
No,
It's just too much. Too much.
Next on the list is Helam Lukey being traded out in the top 10%. I would say that that's because of his break-even, 107 off the back of a 66 and a 53. He plays Penrith as well, so that matchup's not great. He has the 18 bye, and he also has the 25 bye, so there's the 2 extra rounds. 662 at the moment. He's made more than 260k at a point in time. Talk to us.
He averages 72.5 as a back rower. I think he's scored the most too as a 2RF. He averages 57 in base. He's going to just give you a 60 each week. It's a really reluctant sell, but I get it if you're going to Hudson or Sasangi or someone in that ilk, which I'm tossing up this week. I just love him. I think he's always got a try in him. And we saw Arama Howe run over IPAP last week for a try. Lukey can do that, if not better.
Yeah, look, I'm keeping Lukey until he gets injured, if that even happens. So I don't have the trades to muck around with that. And a dude who's averaging 70, who we're sitting here saying got a 66 and a 53, and we're a bit disappointed by that, is just stupid. Like, I'll take that as a baseline.
I agree, and I think that's probably why he isn't a sell in my opinion. But I do see it if you've got the trades, you're going to Hudson.
Yep.
Yeah, I get
That's it. He's my only ticket to Hudson, and I'm still like, God damn it, that sucks. But now to the end of the year, he's missing 2 games at least. Some of these dudes are only missing one.
That's right.
What's funny too? In the base and power rankings, as far as average number one down, he's actually 20th
Yeah, okay.
for base and power, and base and power is base just under 60. So there's 19 dudes above him that have a better base and power, above 60 in the 2RF.
And yet Luke is the highest scoring 2RF in the comp.
Yeah, it's because he has
7
played
tries.
every game. It's been so good. It's one of those ones where it's just a luxury to move, really. But
I think that's
same as Chester. If you can turn, and you got to make sense of it too. You got to rationalize it. But if you can turn someone like Lukey and Chester into Hudson and Mark in a single week, you got to look at that and go far out. Like, surely, that's a good trade. But I don't know. I just don't feel like it's as good as it could be because they're so reliable.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point too, Jesse. Well done.
Next is Oliver Pascoe. Quickly, yes, no.
I don't think he's a sell yet.
Yeah, wait a week.
Wait a week and see what
Wait
the minutes
another
are.
Next on the list is Joseph Tarpanay.
Oh, isn't this a funny one? Yeah, I think you could sell him. I think he's
Easily.
done his time. Yeah, he's
100%.
I never bought the trap this year. I got trapped with him last year. Exact same shit.
Yeah.
Comes in over Origin, stinks it up. Everyone's like, oh, you must get him. He's the one to get over Origin. Nah, he's shit.
He did
I want
exactly
him.
this year what he did last year, and I owned him last year, and I wasn't going to do it again this year.
Yeah,
That's
you
what
just
I
get
did.
stuck. You just get stuck, and you're like, oh, it's a 50, it's a 55, it's barely a 60 if he's not offloading, and you're like, he plays 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Sure,
only-
where is the uptick? I thought I was getting more minutes here.
And he's
Didn't
only
happen.
20k cheaper than Haas, so like really, come on, guys.
613k. He's
It's
been
not much.
traded out 395 times. I'm a big fan of Tarpany. I think he's a great player, but
Yes, he's a great player,
Supercoach-wise
yeah.
now it's not there. Jerome Hughes, you're trading him out?
Yes.
Yep, easy. I just don't think he's there, unfortunately.
Well, he's not for 4 weeks, Jesse. Well done.
Well, he's not for 4 weeks. No, that's what I mean. Like, obviously, he's not there with injury, but he's just not there,
Would
And
you
we
get
aren't wasting
4
up.
try assists last week to
There were 3 kicks on top of Warbrick's head.
What did he score?
let me check. It was only 44. Sorry,
He scored
That's-
44.
that's crazy. How's he not
Yeah.
getting all those points for Warbrick's tries?
Because it's the
You
game
don't get much
changed.
off a kick.
You don't get much. Yeah, the game's scoring-wise has changed. But I think he's a good trade out.
He's a sell. Tupanua's a
Tupanula is a sell, and Bostock.
luxury trade.
Yeah, the Bostock one, I don't know. It's the same thing you can put in with Chester. The very similar price tag. They both are a ticket up.
Yeah.
Obviously, Bostock at the moment is averaging like near the top end anyway because he's been so well. Besides the last 2 50s that he's put out, I think it's just turned everyone off. They go, oh, far out 50s. I didn't buy him for a 50. I want to get a guy that will score a ton. So, again, he's a number this week. He's a number next week. Like, if you can do it now, you can just wait 2 weeks' time, then move him. His appeal is for his 18 coverage.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think teams have actually worked him out a little bit. They're getting players around him early to block those catches. So maybe that's a reason why he's got those couple of 50s too. Teams are working out his aerial threats.
We'll find out.
We will.
Traded in, ranked on the top 10%. Mr. Marky Mark, 686.5k is being brought in by basically 22% of the top 10%.
That's unbelievable.
It is.
That's so much.
He's
I would anti-pod that every day of the week.
He's been traded in overall at 11.8%. It'll give him an ownership of 18%, which will be higher in the top 10. His projected round 17 scores 56. That's an easy overs, yeah? Write that
Oh,
down.
easy.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
One
Done.
of us. Oil on overs.
Great trade. Next on the list is Payne Haas, 2,125. Let's go. Talk to us. I know we did cover this a fair bit that he's a good option, but is he really?
Oh, yeah, I'm buying him. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I think it's him or Twile, and I actually just want Payne Haas. I think anytime you can get Payne Haas at 630k, You just fucking do it.
He's lost 218,000
I
this
don't
year.
care. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Honestly,
I don't care. His break even's 40.
52.
There you go.
he's going to trounce it. Yeah, I can see such an argument on both sides. Like, you're buying a
Yes.
dude that's going to play 1 in 3, maybe 4.
But you got coverage. That's my
Hopefully. Hopefully you got coverage. Yeah, so you're getting him knowing and well knowing you've got him this week, you don't have him next week, and you don't have him the week after. And you got to be fine with that. And I don't think that's an issue. So yeah, I fully see it. If your move is forward to Haas and it's to fund something else with an extra 30k, yeah, fine. I feel like you can also just leave it and you can just play whoever. And if, at the moment, I am trading him in because I'm in that boat where I'm just like, I'm just going to get this dude.
Before
and
the
I'm just
trades
gonna-
run out.
Before my trades run out, yeah, because I want to end the season with him. And then just pray the next 3 weeks he doesn't get injured because then I'll be like, shit, this is backfired.
Change of topic slightly. It still involves Haas. James Hooper's reporting that Haas might go to the Rabbits early before June 30 if they lose this weekend. I don't see that happening.
Jesus, what a big call that is.
Why is he saying that? Tripe.
Yeah,
James Hooper just saying James Hooper things. Does he listen to this pod?
I can't see that happening, but it would be unbelievable to have him at South to finish.
Maybe
the year.
Maybe he's in bed with the mole.
He probably could be.
Settle.
Don't get us
Alright,
cancelled
Payne
already.
Haas has a projected round 17 score of 58 according to SuperCoach. I'm going overs.
Yep.
Over by 50.
Yeah.
That's an easy one, isn't
Almost.
it? Next is Alex Twall. 1,774 are bringing him in. He has a break-even of 109, but he has a good draw.
Yeah, nah. Not for me. Not this week. Not when he's 150k more than Haas, who you can pretty well near sure thing that Haas will outscore him. I get it for getting 12 back and taking his 80-odd points, which is mad. You probably get that out of Haas anyway. But then you'll probably get 12, 30, 40k cheaper next week. And at least you'll be able to see if he plays a full 80 minutes.
I'm not in love with it. And something that Trav said earlier in the year has really stuck with me. Don't trade back in guys that you've already traded out.
It's different here, though. Surely this is different.
But I can also see, Benji going, Seyfarth's done really well for us. Maybe we don't have to play Alex 70 minutes.
Fuck that. That's ugly.
Seyfarth
Surely he
has
comes
not
back, he
played
goes...
really well for them.
And
He had a good game at lock.
Sione's going to come back through the middle. It does concern me. And
They
especially, it's more the
getting
injury.
Troops. Yeah. They've got returning troops too. So, you can make sense of that. If Samuel is back next week, then Sione's been really good for a long time. Yeah. Well, I would say, really good. He's not braining it and doing this and that. But he's been very solid. You haven't really felt the loss of Samuel Lafine as much as they kind of expected. So, it's been alright, and he deserves a spot more so. And a minute's got to be shared somewhere.
Yeah.
Twal and May cannot be both playing 80 minutes.
May can, just not 12, please.
No, not together. That's the thing. If they want to spread the minutes to the other guys, they need to. They both can't be playing 80.
They play two completely different spots, so they can play 80.
Well,
Yeah, and then what? You got 6 fellas on the bench, and they're spreading around 30 minutes between them.
Only 4 of them can play.
Yeah.
They can easily play the 2 of them at 80 minutes.
Yeah.
I think the injury's the main concern here. He's come back early from a knee injury, so I definitely think you can watch, and his break-even says you can watch as well.
Is it that early?
Projected is 77. Overs and unders, boys.
77.
I'm going under.
Yeah, I'll go over just to be different, but I think it's an unders.
Next is Tony Suka. Is he still a buy?
No.
No, I wouldn't be buying him myself.
Nah, probably not.
You've missed a 65k. You don't know what's going on. I think he's a good buy. Last week, I'm not sure I'd buy him at that. He's still 305. He's still cheap.
He's still dirt cheap. It's very, very cheap. You're not getting anyone less than that. Very uncertain. And he's 100k more than enough.
I'm
so
not going
it's a
to
bit
put
tricky.
him in our overs and unders because we did Chester. And I mean, it's very low. Thomas Jenkins, 659 trades in 706k.
I would get him over Mark every day of the week.
Yeah, dude. If you don't have Jenkins and you're buying Mark, then buy Jenkins.
Yeah.
Silly geese.
You silly goose.
And Chester and Burns just can't defend, so there's every chance Jenkins scores this week. And he only scores doubles, so you're just going to miss out on a ton.
So does Mark, to be fair.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Next on the list is David Fafita, 555k, 2RF only, plays Para, 610, brought him in.
Yeah, I think he's a good buy.
I really do think he is a good
550 is awesome price tag. Awesome price. Yeah, no, I love it. Good buy.
Next is Latrell Siegwalt. 481 have brought him in. He is now 398.2k.
He's going to be double that soon.
Yeah, and if Trell stays out for even a little bit longer, he could just sit there all year and average 60, 70 and goal kick for the Bunnies. They're such an attacking team. I love the buy. I just can't do it at this stage.
Oh, I hate his positioning.
Yeah.
I hate that position. Having a dual halfback fullback, incredible for draft. Don't get me wrong. I've got him in draft, and I'm like, this is the best. These are two of the hardest spots to fill in a draft. In Classic, I'm like, God, I don't have anywhere to put him.
No.
This is the worst.
If you've still got Atkinson floating around, just get him
mate,
with
just flick him. But if you've got any halfback of quality, or fullback as well, it's too much.
So
It's
here's
just
something
out
funny
and in.
for you. We didn't do it, but David Fafita's projected score is 60. Overs and unders, Jimmy?
Overs.
I've got overs myself.
Yeah, overs.
Okay,
I think
so we're all
base
overs
is
on
60.
that. Latrell Siegwalt has a projected round 17 of 71.
I'm going to go unders.
I'm going overs.
I'm going unders for myself too. There you go.
He's going to score.
He will. He'll score 120, man.
He's only got to give the ball to AJ as well. Let's not
It's
forget.
stupid.
Simi
it's just a
Sasung is
cheat.
next on the list. Dual 2F centre, 455. We've spoken about him. Do you want anything else to add to it?
What I will add is you can wait and buy him at 19. He's got a high break even.
He's got the Dragons.
I know the matchup's nice, but I think you can wait too. To play devil's advocate, I'd buy him too, but you can wait till 19, definitely.
Yeah, naturally, of course you can. I think just if you don't want to buy a guy that has 140 break even, but 140 break even, the Dragons.
But it's not the Marzu Dragons anymore. I don't think it is.
It's Simi Dragons. I don't know, man. It's a hard one. He went, what, 90, 100 injured. It's like I haven't seen a bad game yet.
Yeah.
Well, let's predict it. Simi has a projected 90 overs or unders.
Unders.
A 90?
Yep.
Oh, shit. I'm going to go unders on an 89.
He's gone real specific. I'm going unders.
Far out. Still loses like
Miles
60k
Martin,
though.
He's getting nuffed, so people are doing that.
Jeez, people still buying Miles Martin.
Yeah. And last
mad.
on this list at 367 is Hudson Young.
Yeah.
Yeah, we spoke about him. I think he's a great trade in this week.
100%.
Both years, yeah, every day.
All right,
Yep.
captains and vice captains, boys.
You going first? All right, start with me. I think vice captains, I'm going Herbie, myself personally. I think he should do well against the Warriors. I think Jaden Campbell against the Dogs would be a good option for some, and I don't hate Cody Walker against Para. I won't be doing it. I'm just saying in my team, that's who I could do. Yeah, I think it's Herbie vice captains for me, mate. Are we talking captains as well
Vice
now?
captain, you've gone Herbie.
Yeah.
Jesse, anyone you think's a good option?
I do. I think if you've got any night spellers, specifically like a Ponga, I really like that.
As a VC?
As a VC. They play first, don't they? No.
Last game of the week.
Oh, sorry. I'm like looking at. Oh, sorry. You know what I was looking at? Freaking hell! I just went to the NRLW app. I went to the NRL app and then I selected Premiership because I was looking at Origin and it brought up the ladies. Yeah, well, you're not vice captaining him then, are you? Holy dooly.
Here, I'll jump in. I'll talk about the post that I've got up. So I put up Herbie versus the Waz at 35%. At the time I did that, he's still 35%.
Yeah, it's a good
The
one.
issue I've got with Herbie and playing the Waz is they play Saturday. I don't like that there's 3 games beforehand to put in to have it as a VC. So just be very careful with. I know that a few weeks ago, even Jesse was. We were both talking around how we almost got caught out because of our VCs playing a VC a bit later. So just be mindful of and have your plan of that. But I think Herbie versus the Waz at home is just like it's a Suncorp. It's going to be dry. I think this is going to be great. I went Carraz versus the Titans.
Yeah, Carraz has got a bit of an ownership on percentage on him as well. He's the third most highest VC.
At 8.8, yeah. Like, the Titans are still the Titans, right? Okay, they went and beat the Panthers last week with half a team and blah, blah, blah. I get it. But they are still the Titans. Carraz is just Carraz. And I think the attack looks better with Crichton there at 5'8". I think Crichton is just ready to... Carraz is just ready to tear up. And I've gone a bit of a pod. And the pod is Walsh, and I truly think he's going to kick. If you are holding Walsh versus the Roosters in a must-win game for them, or a must-be competitive game,
that's better. They ain't winning. Yeah, 100%. Like, you could do anything, man. I do like that. I think in the same game you could always just roll the dice on a mark play if you're buying him this week, which most people are. So I like that one because it's early enough too. So. That's always good. I think with the Herbie play against the Waz, it's so easy. It's just so easy, so simple, so reliable. I remember he was it last year where he was playing the Waz, and I think they were in New Zealand, and he was on like 10 minutes, 70 something points.
Yeah, he's a freak, isn't he?
Just a demon.
The only thing is that if you're VC and Herbie into, say, a Cleary, who's the clear number 1, they play straight after each other. And if you're like me, who's going to be driving in a caravan up to Noosa for a holiday for the next week, you're going to have a few issues trying to make those changes. And my priority is SuperCoach, even though I'm trying to get my family up to Noosa.
You know, when we talk about perma captains, I actually think Herbie is the perma vice captain. You just leave it on him.
You could go... Yeah, Herbie vice captain, Cleary captain every week of the year, and I think you'd be better off for it than you wouldn't.
Than playing
more often than not.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, hands down.
Cleary, I went captains Cleary versus the Cowboys. This is just, man, this is screaming. Like, TMM put 106 on the Cowboys last week at home. Cleary is a miles better player.
Jesse, the other week when you
I'm a TMM owner and like TMM. It's not rude at all, Jesse.
The other week when you didn't captain Herbie and he scored 130, this is the same scenario. Just captain Cleary.
I feel like what you could also do, if you wanted to, really derail your season, like me, if you didn't want to try the Herbie roll because you just don't know what's going to happen over there up in sunny Brisbane, is you could just VC Cleary, and if you've got Ponga or something, you can roll that through.
I like that too. That's why Ponga is number 2 on my list versus the Tigers at 14% currently, and he's now pushed up to 16.5 in the last couple of hours since I posted this.
I like that.
Yep,
it works.
I do too. And just the timing of things, we always know that 2.5 hours, there's not a lot of time, and you always get caught on weekends with stuff. So just be mindful of that. My pod play though, Hudson Young versus the Dragons. He's 0.3%. He got an 86 last week in a shellacking from the Storm. You can only think about what he's going to do against the Dragons.
I think I had him earlier in the year. Oh, I did have him earlier in the year, but I captained him for one of his 120s, and he scored like one try and got 120, and I was like, this bloke, he literally gets a line dropout every week too. I swear, he just puts one in behind and gets a line dropout. He's just unbelievable. Yeah, I think that's a great play, Trav. Well done.
I don't have Young myself, but I think he's a good player.
Yeah. What about Lucas against the Tigers? If you owned him, which I do,
I would pick Ponga before Lucas.
I don't have Ponga.
Oh yeah, we're doing this for everybody, mate.
I am, but a lot of people are talking about Lucas and buying him this week, so...
He's not
Is
even
he-
in the top 10.
Do you reckon he goes over against the Tigers?
Yes. Yes. He's running at Dewey's shoulder all game. He's going to make him tackle.
Poor bloke.
All right, so was a couple of questions before we go into what we're doing. Isaac says, who would you keep at 5'8" out of Walker and Clifford? Planning on moving Campbell there and bringing in Cleary?
Walker and Clifford.
This is going to sound rogue, but I'm actually going to say Clifford.
You're going to keep Clifford?
No, get rid of him just because of the 18.
I don't
Yeah,
think
I
that's
agree.
rogue. I agree, yeah. Walker's...
I agree with you.
Well, you both are very anti-Walker, so I was just...
Trav's not. He freaking loves him.
I had him.
But for the sake of it, I would actually say, I would say keep, you could probably boot Clifford at this stage.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking anyway, boys.
Scott says he's going to go Willison to Haas in round 19. I think when Carrigan gets back, Willison loses the 13. I think that's a good choice.
Great trade.
Well, do you do that? Haas is going to the Rabbits, you say, next week, mate. So.
I didn't say. James Hooper said the ball.
If he goes to the Rabbits
Well,
next
you
week.
have the same name, so it's the same thing.
There's a lot of Jameses in the chat, isn't there?
there
This
is.
is a gross
And
episode.
Scotty also says he's own. This was for the
Seagull.
Seagull. He's only half-back, full-back. Do you want higher than a 60 at those positions?
Yeah, no. Probably not, no.
All right.
But I don't think that's him. I think he's 70s plus.
Jimmy, what are you doing this weekend?
Probably
17.
sitting on the couch watching footy all weekend. Oh, you mean trades. Ford's going to go, and I've really just thought about something, which was potentially Atkinson to Kalen Ponga via Tamara Martin.
Ooh.
But it wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
But it would. You wouldn't?
No.
You wouldn't bring Ponga in early?
No,
Bringing
for the
Haas
time.
in early, what's the difference?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I'm not bringing him in.
But Atkinson to KP is a clear upgrade.
It's an
Every
absolute
day.
definite upgrade.
But it would definitely be a almost enough forward
yeah.
to do so,
Yeah.
which I don't have a problem with because Kalen Ponga should score 150 this week. So.
Who would you? Who? Yeah. Okay. It's team dependent, I suppose. Then
My
I'm not.
my
going
main
enough.
one.
I'm not getting an. I'm not nothing forward myself because I can't. I've already got enough.
Yeah, no. I'm currently just forward to Haas, and I think that will probably be my only trade this week. Reserves will be Kyle Matangi, Duncan, Sharp, and Drinkwater. I think that's pretty standard. No Chester this week and no Pasco.
Lock in your captains.
Herbie and Cleary.
There you go.
No brainer.
Jesse, what are you doing, bud?
Geez, I'm sounding like a broken record. I'm going to go forward to Haas, mainly so I don't have to reserve Pasco.
That's a good one.
Would you look at that? Yeah, that's literally it, honestly. I've got other options to reserve this week. It's Sukar, Pasco, Purdue, who I want to kind of avoid this week against the Panthers. And I think just, if at the end of the day it's like Haas is Haas, you just do it and I'll just have him. I've got Keon and May as my front rowers without doing any trades. So even without Haas, I think I'm fine. I will be reserving... We doing reserves?
Yeah.
Okay, dokie. Let me just bring my team up. So yeah, obviously Haas is one of them. Jenkins is another. Dylan Edwards is another. And I will be reserving Tom Chester this week. Obviously Hines on a bye, so my reserve would obviously go to him. But yeah, VC Herb, C Cleary. Just not going to let myself get caught out again. I think it's a bit silly too. And that's kind of me. I'm just going to sit on the one, at least with 9 trades.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have to do more if I can avoid it.
Fair enough. Captains, did you say?
Yeah, Cleary captain, Herbie VC.
Herbie VC. Cool. At the moment, I am forward to Kulamattangi. And I want the 120k money, and then I'm just going to sit on that one trade, and that means I don't have to reserve Pasco. Jesse, which is exactly your words that you stole from me. I will be reserving Sua Farlongo, Setu 2, because he's just a friggin' gun. Tallis Duncan, and now Kulamattangi instead of Pasco.
Very good.
And
Like
I'm going, look, I just told you I'm going on holidays this Saturday. I'll be driving a caravan 4 hours up to Noosa. I don't want to be playing around with it, so I am VC Cleary into Ponga, but I think the Herbie to Cleary is a very good option, and I'd love to do it. I just don't know where and what I'll be doing and whether I'll be in the car or driving. So I won't be going that way. Let's get into a very quick community. We've got two teams that were very eager to have us have a look, and should be bringing it up right now.
Isaac just brought up a good question.
Go.
I'm a non-Cleary owner. Do I bring him in this week or try after Origin?
Oh,
You
a non-Cleary owner? They exist.
Don't be rude.
Yeah, come on.
I know. Probably done all right. To be fair, like you're getting him in this week, he probably goes big, 100 plus. You miss him for the next
18.
two, and then you roll it anyway. Like
I think any chance you
he's
can
got
get him in.
110 break even, so even if he gets 150,
he makes money this week.
he makes
He
money,
does.
but he
He
doesn't
goes
make,
up.
He doesn't
Not
make,
heaps.
like if you can afford him now, you'll be able to afford him in 3 weeks' time.
If you don't spend your money elsewhere in the meantime,
Well,
that's
yeah,
the thing.
look,
Like
but
if now the bank
If you're
line's
sitting there
up,
planning on the fact that you're going to bring in Cleary later, you might as well. You know you're going to bank it. You're going to have that money. So
just get him now then.
Yeah.
Get him now and captain him. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
love it.
Yeah, well done.
All right, boys. Let's talk about this. So this is Friday Night Lie. He's sitting at 19,991 season rank. Has 13 trades in the bank and 126k. Wants to upgrade centre wing and Fraud, which is
Ford.
actually Ford. And his team, for those not following along YouTube, is Oscar Pascoe in the hooker with Loelu at bench. Front row is Terrell May and Paseka with Toby Couchman and Ford. Second row is Papali, Lukey, Ryan Couchman with Tallis Duncan, Nickera and Walsh in the 2RF. In the halves, he's got Cleary and Latrell Siegwalt. He's got Munster and Trindle in the 5/8s. In the centres, he's got Farnworth, Jenkins, Dom Young, Leo, Chester, Purdue and Macassini. Fullback, it's Sewer and Drinky with TMM in the flex.
Hey, I'm not the only one. TMM in the flex. I love that. That's a very... I'm a bit shocked to not see a Grant or Brayley at hooker.
Straight up, hooker hole. I suppose Pasco's been good, man. Like
He has been
I'd say
solid.
last week, you just sort of take it for what it is. But I'm seeing a blaring one in Trindle. Get your flex free.
Yeah.
Get your flex free. All of a sudden, you've got 730 odd K to spend.
Trindle to Mark.
Well, you can do Trindle to Mark, and then you can go. Do you have a job?
Ford to Haas.
Yeah, we can
He's
always
got
go.
Purdue
Ford.
too.
That's the thing. You can go Ford to Haas.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can move him and get your centre wing free. I'd rather get flex free and just get someone crazy, but there's a few things to move around. Like Ford out's a big one. I feel like you could even just wait on Ford out, to be honest.
Yep.
He's got the trades though. He's got 13, which is quite...
It's not really the trades, is it? Like, we think 13's a lot because we're degenerate traders, but...
I
that's the
feel
thing,
like you can hold Ford here. I think Trindle is an easy down or easy up with 126. That gives him 730, 34k.
What does Simi cost?
Simi's 738.
38, I thought.
Yeah, it's not enough.
Have to do the proper
maybe
math.
you do go Ford down and then Trindle to Sasangi in the flex, bringing Tamari Martin up to the...
Yeah, I'd like that.
63, sorry.
That could be a bit of fun.
There's still some good numbers here, and then you for next week, and
Yeah, Trindle's a number for 18, isn't he? Yeah, forgot about that.
He is. Without knowing what your 18 coverage is, and off the top of my head looking at him, it's like, well, you're probably a little light on for 18. So
yeah, but there's also going to be light on for a bit of 19 too with Cleary with
Yeah.
he's got IPAP as well, and
Jenkins.
Yeah.
I'd go
Nice.
forward, IPAP to front row forward, actually, and then get in a Hudson Young. That's what I'd be doing.
That's really nice. Yeah, I was actually looking for that duel in the second row. I just completely missed IPAP, but yeah, that's a really good avenue just to get someone really nice in that spot too. I think even still, you could do Leo out. What does he cost now? I can't read the little
538.9k.
538.9.
The Lehigh
Yeah, dude, Lehigh's cheap.
is cheap.
558.900. It's
And he's
insane.
scoring.
Yeah, well, Turbo's back, so there's probably more tons in play. I just think Lehigh's going to go bang real quick. He'll be he'll trump this price that he's at now very quickly. I don't think people even realise how cheap he is.
No, I would
expected.
actually anti-pod Mark for Lehigh, personally.
For the difference in coin
Yes,
at the
yes.
moment. Yeah.
Yeah. They'll be the same price very soon.
There's some good
Yeah,
options there for
hands down.
Friday night lie, sitting in a good spot at just under 20k too. Next
Well
on the
done.
list is the big dogs, sitting at a season rank of 59,264k, has 13 trays, no boost, but has 254 in the bank, 254k in the bank. Was thinking forward to 12, but we'll see what we're hoping for. And speaking of hope, he is on the bench in the hookers with Harry Grant. Then he's got Terrell May, Tarpany, Jackson Ford, and Patea in the front row. Second row, he's got Ola Kawatu, Xavier Wilson, Rauchman, Horsburgh, Egan Butcher, and that's Murray from the Tigers. He's got his halves of Jaden Campbell and Siegwaltz. In 5'8", he's got Luai and Walker. In the centres, he's got Herbie, Isako, Bradman Best, Moses Leo, Chester, Sua, and Tavana. Fullback, Sua and Cody Ramsey. And in the flex, it's Edwards.
My two straight away are Tapane out for Haas. I think that's a no-brainer in my opinion. And I'd be moving Wilson up to front row forward to Twal like he's thinking, or Hudson or Sasangi. I think everywhere else looks pretty well balanced. He's got good depth.
Yeah.
Probably need to be getting Cleary back with that 254,000, but
That's what I'm thinking too. Like, I'm looking through the side and I'm like, well, there's no Cleary. There's no Hines. But you do have Latrell Seagwalt, which is nice. And I was looking at it going, oh, you just moved Cody Ramsey to Latrell Seagwalt. That's easy. And then I realised he was in your halfback already. So, yeah, there's a couple of guys to move out. Like, Jonathan Sewer's basically done. You know, he's going to be finished there in that spot. Hope's nothing. You wouldn't even waste a trade there. Egan Butcher is going to be an A nightmare for you. So that's just rough too. But then again, like, you're not going to use your last 13 trades to clear out the dead weight. I think you'll have to just find some way to get Cleary back. I feel like even in that position, you know, you've got money to bank down from Ford. I don't think you need to move him yet. Like, if you can sit there and go, I'll just nuff out Ford in 3 weeks' time for Cleary, and you have your avenue there. You know, if you spend all your money now, I think it's just gone.
This Benjamin's come in. I love that I love being able to talk about teams that as they're getting into the live chat. I'll just put it back up again. This is my team, guys. Think I could save a trade this week? I got a full healthy squad. I traded Cleary before Origin season for the money.
100% you could save.
yep.
It definitely could. Like, you have a full side. It's good. You've got good players to play this week. You'd be trading just to be trading.
And Tapane could go over against the Dragons realistically too, so I do see him as a strong trade out, but I can see no trades as well.
He is also saying that Egan Butcher is effed.
Wrong Butcher.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a hard one. You can't do much with him. You just got to cop it.
Maybe you do go a forward down to a Haas so that you can put some extra money away so that you can send eventually, not this week because you're not going to be able to do it, and wait for Cleary in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll have to be, like, what you could probably do to get Cleary back is to just get Jaden Campbell's dual 5'8" and then just piss off one of Walker or Luai.
Yeah.
And then just go, nah, screw it.
$500K to do it.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you need a guy that's going to be already big coin. If you've already got 250 in the bank and you can get it closer to 300, then you've got money for Cleary from Luai. So I
I'm
just got
looking
to.
at. Sorry, keep going, Jesse.
No, I was just to say, like, you just got to wait for your jewels to fall into play, because they will come in, and then they're going to be pretty good for you to move pieces around. But
Yep.
yeah,
I'm looking at the money you could have for 450k if you upgraded to Egan. There is not a lot out there.
Nikora,
Yeah,
yuck. You're not even going to do that. You
there's like
just
Suka probably, Brent
that's pretty much
Nikora,
it.
Nat Butcher. He's probably the only one I would consider.
The A
That
nightmare's only an issue if you get your VC and captains wrong. So like it's not. I wouldn't be bailing out my team trying to get rid of that.
No, if you're
as a
looping,
trade.
you got him to, like I wouldn't want to trade out and use all that 250k to move on Egan Butcher.
Yeah.
I think you're going to be doing better things with that coin, but it's just something that sucks. Just sits there and burns away. But
He says it's his first year, so he's very, very comfortable. Like he's learning. And thanks for following us, mate, and keep going on with that. We love to have and share.
what
your
rank are
team.
you?
He says he's 59,264.
Oh, jeez.
So
Nice.
that
Killing
was
it.
Basically
and he
Trav.
also said that's his thoughts. Campbell down to 5'8" and Cleary in for Walker.
That's
10.
your
He
ticket,
is now
hands
saying-
down. That's
I like that a lot.
for sure. That's the ticket. Save some of that coin too. Like you're in a decent enough spot. Just don't use it all and then be stuck.
All right,
hate it.
James, talk to us. Best bets, mate.
Best
Gamble
bets.
responsibly.
Well, yeah, always do that, except for when the World Cup's around or there's NRL on. So
Ding ding.
we're in trouble. All red last week. I was in a lot of panic. Didn't really cross. We're going again this week. I'm going to give you Selwyn Cobbo against the Warriors. I think he scores. Jenkins against the Cowboys. I think that's a must. Kohler against the Storm, against Joe Chan. I think he's going to burn him for pace, and I think there's a try there. And I think Simi against the Dragons. I think he can score. I think he will score probably. And that'll give you $10.03. I would have liked it just to be a clean 10. I would have taken that as a sign, but I'm still
on.
very confident.
I like it. It's pretty good.
It's very good. What are you talking about?
It's very good.
That bet sucks. Let's go. Next
To be
one,
fair, it's probably a bet that actually hits, and unlike mine. But I really like mine because it's only 3 players. But I've got AJ for 2 tries. I've got Tom Jenkins for 2 tries. I've got Mark Nawangani Tawase for 2 tries.
And this pays out $380.
What are you talking about? They only score doubles. $20.76.
Is that all that's paying? Oh, shit.
It's a sure thing, that's why. What do you mean? You make that one try and it's about $3, so
Unreal.
I got to catch up somehow, lad. One of these will pay off.
They will.
Unreal. All right. I've just gone pretty simple this week. I've got five head-to-heads. Canterbury to win. I got the Dolphins to win. I got Panthers to win. I've got the Raiders to win. I've got the Knights to win, and I wanted to boost that. That was at like $5.80. I wanted to boost it, so I just went one try to Mark Nawangani Tawase, and that gives me $10.49.
There you go.
Nice.
Not bad. Not bad.
I think you can.
I think those winners are good this week. I think picking actual, tips might be pretty straightforward.
The
Might get a good
Bulldogs are
round.
$1.91, like to win that game.
Mate, their line is 0.5.
It's
a
I feel
0.5
like
line
That's good
for
odds, and I feel like the Bulldogs are going to win.
Yeah, it's $1.89 for a 0.5. Like, Titans aren't going to win by 1 again.
Yeah, it's
You'd think.
it's insane.
I think Titans win. I think they win.
Imagine
We'll see.
what does Titans win? Dragons win.
Yeah, it could
Just
happen.
that. Just that on its own. Probably beats
Should
all
have been
of
your
us.
best bet.
Nah, I like my doubles.
All right, we are
All
at
right.
the end of the pod. It's been an hour and 40 minutes. Live show hours, 40 minutes is a long time. So thanks for everyone getting around us. Isaac, Benjamin, Scott, Adam, Jesse, James, everyone else that got in there in the chat and supported us. To Jimmy and Jesse, thanks for joining another quality episode. Boys, today, about an hour before the podcast started, we clicked the 1,000 followers.
How good.
1,000. So we are, it's insane that we're at round 17 and we have 1,000 followers. I thought this would have been like a 2027 thing. Like when we were talking about this at the start of the year, it's just incredible that we've been able to get to that. And that's because of all our supporters, our fans, everyone that gets in there, the community, the chat. Like it's just starting to really click in now, and it just makes it so fun. So continue to keep chatting away, keep talking to us. G'day, Vinny, the Kiwi Storm fan. Jimmy, we know who she is from yesterday. It'll be late over there too. Thanks for joining. Hey, Vinny, get in the comments and tell us what your SuperCoach rank is and how you're going over there in Kiwi land. We've got, what else? Sponsorships. Shout out to Freedom Finance and Con to get all of your finance and mortgage needs. It's better to have money in your pocket than the banks. If you mention SE Spectrum, he gives you a $500 cash back. So straight away, no issues with that, which is a great deal. Understanding Supports, Jimmy, is for all your mental health and disability needs. They're a fantastic group that has helped us out a fair bit. And I know that the boys used them today. Use the page. It's Rugby League Fantasy Pro. Give SE Spectrum 26.
And they actually have a deal in the moment. The rest of the year is free, so take advantage of that, guys. They're the best in the business at stats.
The rest of the year's free, is it?
I think I saw that pop up the other day, yeah.
I think Drafters and the punts and...
I thought it was SuperCoach, man.
Mate, get amongst it if it is.
If it is,
honestly,
definitely
the
get
best.
amongst it.
Yeah, straight up.
Isaac says, how often do you do this? We don't do a live stream every week, but maybe we start looking at it. I don't know if we will go live next week because I'm not 100% sure I'm going to be able to get on. But I know Jesse and Jimmy could probably do it themselves, but we'll think about it. But we are trying to make a live show every week. That's kind of what our intention is. It's just a matter of how far we get, like when that can happen and where we get to that. We just need kids to get a little bit older and help us out a little bit more, the dads? There's 3 dads here. So, yeah, but first-time listener, thank you, Isaac, mate. I appreciate it. Vinny, yeah, I do like to get around. It's just what I do, hey? I don't mind a bit of a podcast. We're out. See you guys. Love yous all.
Catches.